How was the first 5 years of our marriage been? Well, exciting. Sometimes a little bit disappointing, but nonetheless exciting, fun. We've laughed, or we laughed rather. We've cried.
Yeah.
But I think
we've learned a lot. We've learned a lot.
What have we learned?
At least I'm sure I've learned how to cope with you.
Am I that bad? Am I that bad? But it's been great, right?
Yeah,
cool.
First 5 years gave us a lot of opportunity to get to know ourselves, and then of course, first 5 years too was our childbearing years.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
We had our kids within the first 5 years.
Okay.
I was pretty challenging, but
I was still working in the media house, so I had a lot of time in my hands.
Okay, and then I was still with telecoms. Okay. Well, but the first 5 years was interesting, really.
Yeah, interesting.
How did we meet? We met at my place of work, and he came in as a customer.
Say, how did you guys meet? Not where did you guys meet? To the English.
Hold on. I'm trying to explain something. How did we meet? Okay, so we met at my place of work then, and he came in as a customer, and you know, it was a very challenging day at work. So many things had happened, and I was just not feeling it. And then he came along. But I think what drew the attention was that you saw a book on my table.
Okay.
And then you asked who's reading this book, and then from there we got talking.
I'm a book freak. I needed to do something, and I was looking for an organization that could do that stuff for me. The 3-4 places that I knew, the place all closed up, and I made up my mind I was going to check just one last place before I head back home. And I got there. There was this pretty lady sitting down, and interestingly, I met you when I didn't want to meet any lady.
Because I didn't want to meet anybody.
I'd just gone through a terrible heartbreak, so bad, I started wearing ring even when I was single, so that nobody would talk to me. I don't want to talk to anybody, but I just saw you, and you were nice. You were very nice. Your customer service was excellent. You treated me awesomely. I mean, I've never been used to that, and I just felt, wow, who's this extra looking? And then your name too. So when I asked you, and then he told me your name, I was like, wow, she's from Akwa Ibom. Okay. And then I made him, and then he stood up. You stood up to offer me help. And when he stood up, your height was almost like mine. I was like, okay. I think you were just ticking my boxes. You're just ticking my boxes. And your smile too. Let me just confess. Over again, I've told you. Your smile just got me dead on point.
I think the interesting thing about that day is how it wasn't the right time for me to be smiling. It wasn't even the right time for me to be nice to anyone because of all that happened that day. But I just thought...
What happened that day?
We had a couple of challenges at work. Our server wasn't responding, a lot of issues with customers, and I was really pissed and frustrated. And then I think I was just waiting for the time for us to just lock up and go for the day, and then people were still coming, still trying to sort all of that. So I was really bothered, and I wasn't even in a good mood. But for me, it has always been, when a customer shows up, give your best. So it was me pretending to be happy, pretending to be excited, and just doing my best to give the customer the best, not knowing where it was going to end up.
Don't know you marry your customer. Don't know you marry your customer.
But that's the truth. That's what happened.
Okay.
What happened.
My first impression about her, I've always, I think I just felt at ease. I felt relaxed. For some reason, I couldn't put my hand on it, but I just knew I didn't want to let this person go. First time, I just knew I wanted to be close to you. I didn't know how. You were nice. I just wanted to come back to that, and I would have faked any service to come back and get to your place of work. Was exciting, was, I don't know, that feeling, just feeling that That's a shaky, something nice kind of feeling.
But you told me you didn't feeling anything until
I have to.
Because
I'm a man.
Because when I was asking you,
I'm a man. I have to be a man.
Because again, it took him like how many years after to say anything. And when we got talking, you said, well, all this while it wasn't like he's been there and all of that. So, and then you had the shaky on the first day, and I'm wondering,
what do you expect me to say? I had to. I didn't want to come out plain. I had to be very sure that what I wanted is what I wanted. Like they say, I can't love what I hate. So I can't hate what I love. But I just knew it. I'm not sure you were going to be my friend or you were going to be, but let's not even.
I think for me, first impression was, I think, I don't know, but I was blank. I was blank because I've met a lot of people. And and at that time I wasn't looking at starting any relationship, and it's maybe because I wasn't looking out for anything, and friendship was flowing naturally and until before. So by the time we started getting serious and getting together and all of that, at that time had gone, and then with all the years in between, I think my first impression came way later.
You when you insulted me for asking you out.
Because all the while you made it look like you were not me. That I was arranging babe for you. I was arranging babes for him. I'd arranged like two babes for him.
I was not sure. I was not sure if I was going to get married to you, but I knew I wanted someone in your circle. So I asked you a question: is there anyone around you that fits my doctor's prescription?
Let me give you.
And you arranged the babe for me, and she didn't look like you. So she dumped herself, and I.
You know, some crazy things we did, because I'm just remembering now how I had to invite someone home. You know, the person didn't know, but we discussed. And then I brought the person home, and then you came over just so you would see the person, and then we'll see how it works. And I'm just wondering, what if I told her, and then eventually it turned out this.
That's why I married you, because you're a wise one. It should make sense. Come over and meet your husband. Just come over to our house.
I'm wondering if you had this shaky, so why did you allow all that happen in between?
The shaking increased, progressed over time. Any more questions?
Having children, how has having children affected our sex life? What do you think?
What do I think?
I think it has. It has. Okay, maybe the early years, but they are older now, and then we've adjusted a lot.
We have extra smart children, who can be very clingy. Just say it the way it is.
Okay.
And we give birth to them. We are smarter than them, so we had to devise ways to beat their smartness. Otherwise, they know when they want to be alone.
Yes,
so the use was like, can't you see?
Yes.
The husband and wife want to be alone.
Yes,
Why are you stressing them?
Our kids actually use those words. So you hear things like, leave mommy. Mommy wants to be with her husband, or daddy wants to be with his wife. And, you know, so they know when we want to be alone, because like I said, they are older now. They're older now, but one of the things we did for ourselves was we're deliberate about a lot of things. So at the times where we saw that with the children, we had a lot of challenges. We even had to go out, sit out and talk. We had to, there were times, I think, in between those years where we just felt like a disconnect. And then we sit back, talk about it. I don't know, I'm not just feeling, you know.
I still remember that day.
Devising means.
You told me, I was like, what's wrong with this? I'm not feeling this relationship again. What have I done wrong? And then I realized that we didn't have so much time to ourselves. And then, because we had to express ourselves sexually, we also realized that we had to move from a 2-bedroom flat to a 3-bedroom flat where everyone had access to their own bathroom and toilet.
That also helped us a lot.
That helped us.
And then the timeouts. We have a lot of timeouts now, so we are very deliberate about it. So maybe like once or twice a month, we just go somewhere, sit out, just the two of us.
On my bike.
Yes, and then by the time we are back, of course, it's not difficult to continue from where we stopped.
Where did we stop? How did I find out your ring size? Your ring size? Ooh. Market now. Yes, now, 12 years ago, it was not boutique stuff. 12 years ago, it was market.
How did you find out My ring size. Not how did you find it to buy?
Earring or ring?
Ring. How did you find out the size of my ring?
That's a mystery. How did I find out the size of your ring? You should know better.
You know you are a crook. There was a time I went visiting and he showed me a ring and said, this ring, I really likes it, but I doesn't know if it fits him well. And then I looked at it and then he said, can you try it on? Let me see how it looks. And we wear the same size of shoes. We had the same ring size, same shoe size. And when he did that, I saw that the ring, and he said, it fits you perfectly. Let me see. And I think that was how I found out my ring size, really. It was his own ring, and then he wore it and said he didn't like it, that he's not sure if he likes it. I should wait for him to see, and that was it.
Soft work. Have you really been in trouble?
I bailed you out of trouble, and you bailed me out of trouble.
Like you took me out of police station. I took you out of Kiriki, something like that.
That it doesn't have to be police station.
Okay, what?
I'm just trying to imagine.
I'm not a troublemaker. I don't cause trouble. I'm not a troublemaker. I don't relieve relative.
Maybe financial trouble.
Yes.
Maybe financial
no.
trouble. Maybe financial
overbilling.
Maybe
so many
financial
times.
Trouble, yeah. So many times, because
yeah.
he started out as an entrepreneur before I did. We are both entrepreneurs right now, but he started out first before I did, and I was still working. So there are a couple of times he had deals to, click, and I had a lot of other things to do, and somehow we needed money, and the deadline is ahead of him, and we had to sort it out. And then, of course, these days he bails me out of trouble. He's a big boy now.
You're still owing me.
So trouble, maybe financial trouble.
Financial trouble, yeah.
Aside that, I don't know. We've never really had to bail each other out of any other kind of trouble.
Yeah. What is the biggest challenge we faced in our marriage? Biggest challenge? What's the biggest challenge?
Biggest challenge? We've faced so
plenty
many
challenges, but biggest. I'm trying to see.
We've faced so many challenges. I'm trying to remember.
Challenge competition.
I don't know if there was anything tougher than the time I was admitted in the hospital, like 3 years back.
Yes. Okay, that time some doctors made the wrong wrong reports.
And
supposed doctors that were supposed to know what to do made the wrong diagnosis, and you had to be almost cost your life. And
I think it's some days back. I still remember, and that day feels like my birthday. Actually, whenever I remember the day, it was the same date. Some days back.
I felt like killing the doctor.
It was just some days back, and
because all he had to do was just say, "This is what this lady is going through," but he just messed everything up until I put a call across to our personal doctor, and then he said, "Where are you guys? Make sure your wife does not leave that place. If she lives there, she just has minutes to leave. Make sure." And I was stunned. And then I had to take you to the I'm almost tearing up. I had to take you to the hospital, and then I was looking at the doctor's eye, was looking at me. And then it just occurred to me, what if you lost your wife? And I just told myself, I cannot lose it. I am not ready. It's too early to lose. That was the biggest challenge.
Yeah, I think why I say biggest challenge is because it brought us into a new phase.
Exactly.
Brought us into a new phase, because by the time I recovered from all of what happened, for me was more like, this is commitment. This is the commitment we're talking about. This is marriage. This is what it means when it says for better, for worse, because going through the season with me and showing that I mean that much to you. I have always known that I'm important to you, but that experience made me see to what extent I'm important to you. And by the time I came out of the hospital, I felt like a queen. And even the boys were all over me asking, "Mommy, what will you want us to do for you?" Everybody just wanted me to be fine. And I just saw how much I mean to my family. And I think that was our most challenging.
Yes, definitely most challenging. And God pulled us through.
Yeah.
Was funny.
Who is the first person you thought you would be marrying?
The first person I thought I would be marrying. Should I mention the name? It's TV. I can't mention the name now. But it was back in.
Tell me about the person.
Back in university days. She obviously preferred someone older, but now sounds more like someone more matured. And I was still in school. I was still not a rascal. I didn't care. I didn't even know the difference between maturity. Just living my life. I've told you the story now.
It's the same story.
She's abroad now enjoying her life.
Okay. Yes, I agree.
And I'm enjoying my life too. If Wedding Channel Africa sponsored your honeymoon, where would you go? This question is too easy. Where would you go?
I don't even know because I have like 3 different places in mind.
Not where's will you go? Where would you go?
I think for me the most important thing is a place where I can be away from work and phone calls.
Does the place have a name?
Maybe somewhere in Dubai.
Somewhere in Dubai. Okay, Dubai.
So, can you stay off sex with me for $2 million for 2 years? Hold on. Think about it before you answer. Start from $2 million.
Will I have?
Hold on. Not 2 million naira. $2 million.
Why am I making $2 million look as if
And then
it's money, but
and then for 2 years.
For 2 years. Will you give me a lady? Will you attach a lady to?
No. Why would I attach a lady to you?
Abraham's wife did so.
That's Abraham.
Can I stay
a hungry man
on
food?
Sex for 2 years for $2 million? $2 million. That's like 350, 700 million. No. Sincerely, no. Except you permit me to.
Okay, so what if
to
it
cheat
so happens
anyhow?
that- What if it so happens that I'm somewhere you can't reach me for 2 years?
And you give me $2 million? I will improvise. I'll improvise.
So you're saying no? $2 million.
$2 million.
At least you collect the money and give me first. Let's start.
Did that bad?
$2 million, that's about 700 million.
700 million, yes now. Am I, you're believing me? Is it so weak that you don't believe I can make 700 million in 2 years?
Vico, give me this one, let me hold. Then make the remaining one and bring it. Let me still add it to what I already have.
My turn. If you found out I went to jail, what would you think I went for?
I don't know, because naturally you're a good person. You're a very good person. So
Thanks for reminding
you're a
me.
good person. Not, I know you're a Christian, you're a child of God, and I'm your wife, so I can say categorically that you're a child of God. But beyond that, you are a good person. So there are some things I know you can never be caught doing. So I'm wondering, so if you go to jail for any reason, the first thing that will come to my mind would be that someone has, maybe there's a mix-up somewhere. So there must have been a mix-up somewhere.
How am I thinking the way you're thinking?
Because
Exactly.
I don't know. There must have been a mix-up somewhere. That can happen. What's the biggest lie you have told me?
Biggest lie I've told you.
Think about it very well.
Biggest lie I've told you. Once like that. There was this babe like that in town. Not that, because I always open up to you. I always tell you exactly where I am, what I'm doing, and you trust me. But that time I had to, for some reason, I had to just tell you I was in the wrong place so that you won't feel jealous. But after that, I started wondering what's there and all those stuff. You know, some women, when you tell them that I'm here, I'm not here, they start feeling jealous. Some people don't, but I'll be sharing with you now.
But do I feel jealous?
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm wondering why I said so. Maybe she caught my attention more than other. But I'm trying to remember why. But apart from that, will you beat me? What lie that I have? Maybe, and I've never lied money lies. What I have in my account, what I have in my account.
But when you have a lot of money, it's not.
I tell you, I have a lot of money. I have small money. You don't tell a woman the exact amount you have in your bank account.
Time you used to tell me every.
Times have changed. This the president's new dispensation. I don't share.
As the bank account got more complicated, somehow you started, bringing in.
I don't
have
want
a lot of money
to focus on your accounts. I focus on mine. If you had to save somebody, me or the kids, who would you save? Gangan.
If I had to save somebody,
Yes.
you or the kids.
Yes, who would you save?
I won't even think about it twice.
Who would you save? Hold on.
I'll save my husband now. What's that? Even the children now save their dad. You forgot the day I told you. How I told you how Eden came back. I know it was, I think, about 9:30 p.m. You were not back then. And then they were watching TV, and I was just sitting, I don't know what I was doing with my phone. And then Eden said, your husband is not back. You are not even calling him to find out where he is. Or have you spoken with him already? And it just, actually, I was thinking about it. I had not called you, that night to find out where you were and all of that. And then he said that. I said, okay, so this boy actually knows at this point I would call his dad. And then again, another day also, we're waiting for you to return. And then he said, Mommy, attend to me now. Let's finish this homework now. Because once daddy comes now, you will not answer me again. So I think over time,
They know.
They know. We've communicated
The same way
they are important.
my sisters and brothers know that in the ranking, you are number one. They come second. Because if you want to follow scriptures, you are me and me and you. End of story. They know.
So I won't think about that question twice. Not at all. Not at all. What are my 3 best qualities? Best qualities.
You are painfully kind. You are extremely intelligent. And 12 years after, you're still looking as beautiful.
Hey!
More beautiful than the wedding day. And even 17 years after I set my eyes on you, you've not changed, except you've added some little weight, and you're trouble. You carry small trouble. You're trouble. Which is maybe it's necessary trouble. But 3, end of story. How has marriage changed you?
How has marriage changed me? So many ways. So many ways. Marriage has caused me to think more about others than I think about myself. Marriage has caused me to sacrifice more.
Yeah.
More in the sense that, like last night, I came in quite late, but I still had to go into the kitchen, get to work. So on a good day, I would just want to sleep, even without eating. But when I think of every other person, I want to go the extra mile. So marriage has taught me they need to be patient and they need to go the extra mile. And of course, most importantly, to be sacrificial.
Even more sacrificial than you were.
Yeah. What can I do for you to divorce me?
What can you do for me to divorce you?
Think about it very well.
Except you want to be divorced, right? I'm trying to be very practical. Except you want to be divorced. There is nothing between both of us. I know why I'm saying this. There's nothing you do that will make me divorce you, except you want to be divorced. But I'll punish you.
Okay.
We can stay in the same house. We'll still be bearing the same name, but perhaps I won't sleep with you. You just know you're under punishment for as long as...
What punishment do you think I really get to?
I don't know. You ignore. You that I'll ignore, you nearly die. I ignore you for the rest of your life. You wake up one day and say, I'm not interested, then you leave, then I know you divorce yourself, but I won't divorce you with my own buts.
But what do you think if ever make us get to that point? That's what I'm thinking.
I don't want to sound like you sometimes you don't know anything until you get to that situation. You don't start saying because you're not yet there. But what would you do that will make me divorce you? If it ever to happen, it will be infidelity. It will be infidelity. But even at that, okay, this is why I'm saying this. If, for the person I know you to be, if you sleep with another man, I will totally give up on the marriage institution. People say there are better women out there. You are the best woman I have seen. So for you to sleep with another man, it will mean there are no women out there. So marriage will be off for me. I'll just go, God help me. Maybe you're going to playboy mode. Just be tearing up and down. But again, I have to think of my health.
And your life.
And my life. And then my children. Would you quit your job to save our marriage? I know the answer.
In fact, I've already quit the job. There is no job. I personally, I believe in family a lot. I'm a family life advocate. I believe in family a lot.
That's your ministry.
That's my ministry. So for me, family is everything. Marriage is everything. Family is everything. I believe you can give your best, and I believe a lot of times you may need to give up some things to give your best. And if you're giving your best, you would have peace. So for me, I wouldn't even find it difficult choosing between a job and keeping the family front. I won't find it difficult at all.
I know. Thank you for all the marriages you helped saved, all the ones that almost went under. So that's why I said the answer to the question. You throw the job. In fact, you have already resigned.
I've already resigned before I even got.
Job.
I won't even it won't even get to a point where I will be thinking we should go. I would already have let that job go a long time ago.
Yeah.
Emmanuel of Young Bright, my Prince Charming, my husband. I really do not know exactly what I had done to deserve a man like you, but I want you to know that I love you now. I'd always loved you, and I will keep loving you. You are God's best gift to me, and each year I unravel a new side to you, a side I've never seen. Thank you for all the love, thank you for all the care, thank you for making me feel this good. Thank you for being my dream come true. I love you from the bottom of my heart.
IT, I just want to appreciate you so much. All I wanted in a woman was just a woman who would love me the way I wanted to be loved. You've done much more than that. Thank you for taking care of me, the children, and for all the sacrifices you've made. I made myself a promise. I'm going to make you smile all the rest of your life. And even when you're crying, you'll find a space to still laugh. So help me God. I love you.